I've got the new Narsissist L'amour, Toujours L'amour, I could be pronouncing that wrong, eyeshadow palette to share with you guys today. And I purchased this off of the NARS website. I know that there's a cheek palette that came out as well, and that one's on Sephora, and I believe the cheek palette's on the NARS website as well. But it looked really similar to the holiday cheek palette that was released by NARS, so I kind of passed on that, at least for now. But I did order this one off the NARS website, and they shipped it a lot faster than my last order from NARS, so I'm pretty happy about that. But this is what the box packaging looks like. And I did go ahead and do a demo with this palette, which is the eye look that I have on right now, and it'll be towards the end of the video if you're interested in seeing how these perform for me for the first time. But let's get into this palette. There are 12 eyeshadows in here. The larger ones are 0.11 ounces a piece, which will be the top row, and the bottom two rows are 0.05 ounces a piece. You're getting a ton of product in this palette, and these shades are supposedly, from what I had read, these are all new shades to NARS. And right off the bat, I was like, I looked at the ingredients, and like when I was swatching them and stuff, or just playing with it when I just got it, because I just got it yesterday, I was like, these remind me of Makeup Forever eyeshadow. So I looked on the ingredients list, and the second ingredient, and some of them, the first ingredient is dimethicone. So these are that dimethicone type of formula that a lot of brands are doing now, which I particularly like because they blend a lot better. You don't get a ton of fallout and stuff like that. However, they can have a little bit of a negative side effect in some of like the more shimmery shades, because they tend to, depending on the brush you use and how you go about picking them up, they can pill a little bit, which is something I talked about in the Makeup Forever shadows, like they're really glittery ones and stuff. I still love them because they perform so well on the eyes, but sometimes they can get a little funny in the pan. The matte ones, I haven't had any problems with that in this palette or any of my Makeup Forever ones, but these shadows really reminded me of the Makeup Forever artist shadows. I've been using those ones so much, so when I was using this, it was almost like I was using those ones. Everything built and blended really well. I didn't get any patchiness, and if I needed more intensity, all I had to do was pick up some more, and it intensified and blended out at the same time. The one thing I'm not too nuts about is the color selection in here. I feel like, I mean, 3 pretty much black type of shades wasn't needed. I kind of see a little bit of a pattern with where they're going with the finishes, but there are only 4 mattes in here, which I'll show you more when I get up close. And I feel like there could have been a little bit more distinguishable colors, or maybe some warm browns or something in here color-wise with this palette. There's some colors in here that are really similar to the last Narsissist palette, which I'll show you guys a side-by-side of those. But this is a completely different formula to NARS, which I found that, was it the last palette I did from NARS was also a different formula compared to like NARS's older shadow formula. So they're mixing things up a bit over there at NARS. But let me go ahead and zoom in and get up close and show you guys some swatches. So here's the palette up close. This does come off to reveal a shinier front on there. I just didn't take it off yet. And then the shades are ever so conveniently named 1, 2, 3, 4 through 12. And then inside here are your shades. So for matte shades, you've got this one right here, which is more of a highlight shade. However, it isn't one of those really bright matte vanilla highlight shades. It's got a more of a beigey bone color to it, and I like that because sometimes I just don't want a stark highlight on my brow. And then the other one is this black here. I'd say it's black, but looking at it, it appears to have a little bit of grayness in there. And then this blue, which is a really, really pretty blue, that's a matte, and then this guy's a matte. So you do have a transition shade in there. You've got 2 pretty nice deep crease shades for mattes, and then you've got the brow bone highlight shade in there as well. But like some of these shades I think are just so similar that it wasn't, you know, they could have switched up the colors a bit. So let me go ahead and swatch these. I'll do 2 at a time, starting with these highlight shades. So here's the matte one, and here is the shiny one. Let me try to get a little more of that matte guy for you guys. It's really blending into my skin, but hopefully you guys can see them. And then I'll do these 2. Everything is showing up very true to color in the viewfinder as well. Then I'll swatch these dark ones kind of next to each other so you guys can see them. Right there next to the other dark colors. And then I'll go ahead and do these 2 dark ones, because I feel like they're, I mean, you know, they could have spiced that up a little bit. So those are all the dark shades. Then we'll go ahead and do these next two. And I re-swatched these lighter two so that we can swatch all these guys next to each other. So there are those lighter two shades. And we'll do those. So this one is a little bit more of a yellow champagne. This one's more of a flesh tone, kind of a shiny champagne color. And then these last two. So those are the other half of the palette. You can, that's really blending into my skin right there. And then here are side-by-sides of the Narsissist Matte Shimmer Palette, which is the 8-pan, and then the new one right here. So you can see, like, I mean, those blacks and some of the colors are really similar. They could have jazzed it up a bit. Even though the Matte Shimmer Palette does have, like, a different formula, I use this a ton. I use this a lot. This pairs really beautifully, like these colors here. They pair really pretty with a shiny, shimmery lid. But I did use that a lot. I'll show you the packaging. They're both hard plastic, which I really like. And then this one here, this is the matte shimmer. It's thicker and smaller. And there is a big mirror there that it does, oh no, it folds all the way back. Let's see if it props itself. Yeah, it props itself, so if you wanted to use the mirror. And I paid $59 for this off the NARS website. As far as the performance of it and the formula, this newer formula, I really like it. If you like Makeup Forever eyeshadows, I think that you'll really like this. Now, if you're interested in seeing these eyeshadows perform and the eye look that's on my eyes right now, you can hang tight and we'll get into it right now. I already went ahead and primed my lids from the lash line to up underneath the brow with the NYX eyeshadow bases in the shades 1 mixed with number 3. Then using a Goss number 18 brush, I'm going to go into the shade 11 and I'm going to pack that guy on the lid. Then using the side of that same brush, I'm going to go into this color, which is number 2. It's a shimmery champagne type of color, and just put some right here. I'm going to go ahead and use this shade number 10, which is a matte blue color, and I'm going to take that on a Chikuhodo GSN 9 brush, and I'm going to definitely tap that off, and I'm going to start right on the outer corner and up through the crease. I'm going to go ahead into the shade 7, which is a matte transition type of color. It's like a taupey brown color. I'm going to start blending out that blue. I do have a little bit of fallout. Then before I finish the blend in that, I'm going to go into this shade, which is number 1, and it's a matte. It's not too light, which is, I kind of like that because I haven't been really into a super light brow bone highlight. It's like a bone, a deeper bone color. Then using a Chikuhodo J5533 brush, I'm going to go back into that number 7 shade and buff out that crease a bit more. So there's the eyeshadow done. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eye makeup and I'll be right back to put on some lips for you guys. For lips, I've got the Dior lip liner pencil in the shade, this is Greige. Yeah, 169 Greige. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with that guy. And then to fill them in, I'm going to use the Pat and Polish lip pencil in the shade Innocent. And I'm going to bring that, fill in the lips with it and then really kind of mush it into the lip liner. And there's the overall finished look using the NARS Narsissist L'amour, Toujours L'amour eyeshadow palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!